Well, hi there friends. Some of you might recall my past two videos on the best and worst K-pop group names in terms of SEO in the last year, where I analyze an artist's name to make sure it works well in the Google searches. Sometimes a name can be so generic that it will be hard to pick out from ideas and products that have the same name, making it more difficult for the K-pop group to succeed overall. That's why a name needs to be unique and innovative. This time around, we're going over group members' stage names because every once in a while you'll see a member break out and go solo, and if they have a generic name, they could have the same problems as the groups I did in my previous videos. So, what is SEO? Well, SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization. It's defined as the process of maximizing a term or site, or in this case, the K-pop groups or idols, to appear high on the list of the results returned by a search engine, such as Google. I know what you're thinking, but Derek, all you need to do is add K-pop to the end of the name and bam, you have what you're looking for. Yes, that's what you have to do for most K-pop artists. However, a good name shouldn't make you have to do that. And to be honest, a lot of people won't even do that. Make it unique and you'll be easier to find. Also, make sure it's free of symbols outside of numbers and letters and you'll do even better. I'm looking at you, Girdle. Oh my god, 2 years later and I'm still hung up on it. It just pisses me off. But, I digress. Anyway, to measure this, I ranked the stage names off of the amount of search results the artist has to compete with. To give you a frame of reference, unique K-pop stage names like Uji or Sana only have around 5 million and 25 million search results respectively. The numbers I'm going to be discussing in this video are going to be way bigger than that, in the billions. This list will exclude members who have stage names with a standard first name because oftentimes they have them debuting with their last name included as well. So without further ado, let's get on with this top 20 list. First one up, at number 20, Golden Child's Tag. Starting off this countdown with just over 8 billion searches, we have the rapper of Golden Child, who has to compete with the movie with the same name, Tag You're It, and all things tagged, from license plates to toll tags to price tags, and especially shirt tags. Because no one wants to see those. Not exactly golden, if you know what I mean. It's a cool name, but this stage name would need a last name or some modifications if he was going to try to debut in solo without the Golden Child name. Coming in at number 19, ONLYONEOF's You. The first of many one-letter stage names on this list and almost 9 billion searches, it surprises me to see people wanting to take up a stage name that's just one letter. The letter U is used for so many things and most commonly the shortened form of the word you. So yeah, no chance on a solo career with that stage name. And coming in next one, number 18, the next on and off member, JS. On and off member JS surprisingly competes with a Christian rock band, but with over 9 billion searches, you gotta realize that Google does not count any kind of symbol in their searches, and actually combines them as one word too. Therefore, the hyphen goes away and also becomes ju, or just, which is common in instances like juice in French or a form of gravy used in cooking like au jus sauce for that delicious French dip. I could go for some of that right now. And number 17, MVP's Bean. So tell me, how have you been, Bean of MVP? 9.7 billion searches, eh? Your stage name spelling hasn't been working really. Not the MVP today, sir. And number 16, we have two different members that shockingly have the same stage name. Geo of NTB and MBLAQ. Oh, baby, stay with me. Similar to how I explained JS, Geo is in the same situation. And what word does it spell when you remove the symbols? Go. Just over 10 billion searches, the idea of passing go and collecting $200 with a solo stage name like that will ruin any chance of any sort of K-pop monopoly in the searches. And next one at number 15, Crayon Pop's Way. Yo, come on, make that a follow. Coming in at 10.36 billion searches, Crayon Pop's Way doesn't exactly have things going her way, if you know what I mean. Although I don't exactly see her debuting solo anyway, since she's with her twin in promotions. Either way, if she was going to go all the way, she will have to change her way too common of a stage name. Where there's a will, there's a way, so she could do it, but if she wants to go on her own, she can't have it both ways. And that's just the way the cookie crumbles, my dear. Way to go. And coming in at number 14 is K of Top Secret, or TST. Oh look, another one-letter stage name. Top Secret, at least formerly Top Secret, or TST's, K comes in at 10.4 billion searches. K competes with the Kellogg's stock symbol and various other things, and most importantly, the passive-aggressive use of K in texting. You know who you are! And number 13, EXID's Ellie. 10.6 billion searches. While it is pronounced Ellie, just lay by itself also competes basically with the word the in French. And let's be real, you have no shot going up against the, like honey sweetie. Instead of putting the in the end, it's more like le in. Next one up, number 12, VIXX's N. The next one-letter stage name on this list, VIXX's leader N drew inspiration from using the last letter of his Korean name for his stage name, with N also having the meaning of fate in Japanese. Unfortunately, as fate would have it, N does have a difficult time getting out there in searches, as he's competing with 11.6 billion search results. As you can see, Jellyfish uses his stage name in Korean first before the Latin letter. But I suggest modifying it some more to make sure his future solo career can easily soar in searches. Well, I went there, but, I've been going there for all these other ones and more to come, so deal with it. And number 11, Everglow's EU. Well, here we go with more symbols. This time we get a fancy colon, and no, not the other colon, thank you very much, that's just gross. EU becomes EU in the searches and currently comes up with 13.6 billion items because, the European Union is the thing, and that EU has approximately 446 million people, while this K-pop EU has, one. Well, we're at the halfway point. Just a friendly reminder to please do me a huge favor and hit that like and subscribe button for me. And also don't forget to watch my many other videos. It really helps me out here on YouTube a lot. I thank you so much for your support. It just means so much. And let's get back to the countdown. And starting off at the top 10, number 10, ONLYONEOF's Love. 13.75 billion searches. The fact that it's only one of Love is pretty ironic. And so I say this with love. That stage name is not going to work if you choose to debut solo. Do you know how often people are searching for love? Think of the dating apps alone, hun. With that amount of searches love, don't expect to be the one they're looking for. All right, number 9, JJCC. Oh, man, I really want to say Jackie Chan. Ecos. Here we go with another one containing symbols. Remove them and you got eco. 14.6 billion searches. I can make an eco-friendly joke, but with all that's going on in the world in regards to the global economy and global ecology, I say it's time to reevaluate the issues at hand. COVID, climate change, and that name. Oh, there I go, being catty again. And moving on, number 8, M.Pire's Red.
Let us more than crash. We rock the world. Are you ready?
Just over 16 billion searches. Think back. What was the first color you learned how to spell? Chances are it was red. Red is a primary color, a popular movie, and symbolizes so much more. A stage name like that you either need an accompanying word to debut with, or your failure will leave your recording company in the red. Man, I am just hitting it with the puns today. And number 7, MAP6's Sign. 16.69 billion searches. I hope MAP6's Sign sees the sign that his name is just not going to work on its own in Google. From road signs to zodiac signs to sign language, I think it's a sign of the things to come if he doesn't make that change. The signs are there, and I'm just helping him realize so he can make those dollar signs. That's all. Signing off. And the next one on the list is one that people expected to be higher, but at number 6, BTS's V. The next one-letter stage name on this list is coming in at just over 17 billion searches. BTS's V has to compete with billions of search results and even goes up against a 2009 drama series, a magazine, and surprisingly Visa because its stock symbol on the New York Stock Exchange is simply V. While BTS has amazing staying power in the industry right now and a solid supporting fandom backing them up, V's solo career could prove to be at a disadvantage if he was to use his stage name by itself without BTS being tacked on. Something to think about and worth reconsidering for a possible solo debut if he wants that V to stand for victory. And number 5, Golden Child's Y. The second highest one-letter stage name on this list was 17.1 billion searches. We have another Golden Child member. I don't know why. See what I did there. But that one-letter stage name competes with a lot. One other important point I forgot to mention is that with one-letter stage names, if you are in Google Chrome and are typing the letter, it'll automatically populate a common website you go to. If you're looking to just search for Y, you're first going to see something like youtube.com as a suggestion for your upcoming search. This goes for a lot of things, and something to really think about when you're deciding on a public-facing brand for yourself or business. And moving on to number 4, Infinite's L. The highest one-letter stage name in this list, with the exception of the number 1 from the first worst K-pop artist names video, former Infinite member L would best stick to his Korean name if he was to go for a solo career in music. While he is currently in the military and plans to focus on drama work under his real name, and like many other stage names on this list, the stage name L has just over 20 billion search results and would be nearly impossible to find by his stage name alone. Coming in at number 3, the BOYZ' New. Now, we're reaching the top 3, and just shy of 25 billion is the BOYZ' New. I'm not sure what inspired him to choose the name New, but obviously, as you can tell, there's definitely a lot of searches with all things new. Getting old is inevitable, and so a name like New is not going to hold up in and out of the Google searches. In doing this video, I have learned the current max number in Google search results, and both the top 2 stage names maxed out at 25,270,000,000 searches. I'm not sure if that's something to be proud of, but let's discuss the 2 guys who tied at number 1. First up on the tie for number 1 is Stray Kids' IN. As mentioned before, symbols do not matter in searches, so you're actually searching for the word in this case. The Stray Kids Bog name might have the popularity, but has no in when it comes to a possible solo career with that stage name alone, unfortunately. He's more or less out before he was ever in, really. Man, I am getting spicy today. And the other tie for number 1 goes to EXO's Dio. Not much else to say, or shall I say do here. The spelling of the word do is not going to do much for him in Google searches. As many know, Dio goes by his real name in his drama appearances and anything outside of the K-pop industry. Therefore, if he was to choose to go solo, it'd be in his best interest to continue using his real name. All the best to him and the rest of the folks on this list. It's not easy with stage names like those. Well, that's it for today, folks. Hope you understood the points presented in this video. I'm not out to hate on K-pop here. There's obviously flaws with these choices and stage names, and it just goes to show that there needs to be proper due diligence in ensuring a quality brand value with an artist's name and marketability. Thank you all so much for watching. Please be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons, support me on Patreon, and while you're here, don't forget to check out many more of my works, and see you next time.